Welcome back everyone to Web Gaming Entertainment. This is another dev blog for the game Tech Executive Tycoon, dev blog number 14. I do want to remind you all that this video and the game at its current state is not indicative of its final quality. Some things in the game are final, some things are not. So just bear that in mind as you watch the video. Thank you. So to jump right in, I'm going to come right into one of the offices here and just hire ourselves a computer hardware engineer. Just for the sake of demonstration, this video is really going to focus on the process of creating a product and just some of the steps of that process. There's going to be a lot that's missing, so you won't see the marketing phase. You won't see the marketing team do what they do to make your product, known or to get the word out about it. But this is just a brief demonstration of some of that. We're going to go ahead and hire ourselves a computer hardware engineer, and I think we'll go with Alice Oscar. Let's go with that. And just really briefly want to show you the employee panel that you can keep up to date on every employee in your company. There's an employee satisfaction side that pretty much lets you know exactly the state of that employee, how happy they are and how satisfied they are with the different facets of your company and with their life, apparently. Okay, so let's just continue on and hire a few more employees. I want to say that with this game, you won't be creating offices. You will be able to upgrade and customize your offices to a degree. And I decided to get away from creating offices because I wanted to stay true to the identity of the game, which is typically to place you in the seat of a CEO of your own consumer electronics company. And as a result, kind of stay away from some of the other things so that we can, stay focused on the task at hand, so to speak. Now, there will be some things that come in a later time, as far as in the form of DLC and things like that. I will talk more on the research as well. When you start the game off, you will be given a certain amount of research points to spend immediately, so that you don't have to research, which will take much longer time than what you see here, before you can make your first product. So let's go ahead and make our first product. We're going to make a CPU here. Let's see. Okay. CPU. Let's go ahead and give it a name. Okay, and select our demographic, our target demographic. We're going to target gamers. And that left section there, left bottom section, is the potential of your product versus the current market for that type of product. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and choose a few of those, choose our selections. And again, a lot of that's placeholder, a lot still to be done on these screens, all of these screens. We don't have a lead engineer right now, so we can't really choose one, but just to show you some of the drop-down options that will be available, and I'll go into more detail about that later. But Alice, we have our only computer hardware engineer. We're going to assign her to this project. She's pretty decent in hardware and problem solving. Let's go ahead and create our product. The middle section, again, is just to confirm and show you the boost that your employees can give the product. Okay, so it's going to take her about 16 days, which will be different. It takes much longer to create such a product. So this is just placeholder once again, but as you can see, you get an idea of what it will be like. The more employees you have on the project, the faster the development of the product will go. And as you can see, the employees will definitely have their own AI, and they have an energy bar, which as it depletes, they will take breaks and things like that, but they will do other things as well, and you will see. But whenever they're not working, whatever they're working on, suffers from that, and I'll go into more detail about that in a moment. Okay, so now that she's finished creating the product, we want to get over to mass producing the product. This screen pretty much allows you to do just that. The left hand side of the screen is a list of all the products that you have at your company that you can mass produce. And as you can see, we can choose how much we want to do. Now, the part that you don't see that we are not demonstrating today is the marketing side, where you will be able to market your product to different companies during the development process at whichever point you want, so that you can gain traction as far as notoriety for your product. But as you can see, once we start to mass produce, you get visual feedback from the simulation to show you exactly how fast and how much you're producing. Now again, the more employees you have that work on this, the mass production, the faster you'll produce your product or mass produce your product. But again, this is something that you can outsource, and of course, depending on how much you're willing to spend, you can speed that process up. Or you can just, once your company grows to a certain point, you'll be able to do that by hiring a lot of people. Okay, so just to show a little bit more on the side of your employees and the AI of the employees, just want to just go into a little bit of detail about that. Your employees pretty much will have their own identity. Each employee will have their own set of skills, traits, abilities, and talents, and as a result, they will act upon those impulses, if you will. They all have an energy bar that depletes when they work, so the more work or the bigger their workload, the faster that will deplete. And the faster it depletes, the more breaks they take. When they take breaks, they're not working, as you can understand, and when they're not working, they do not attribute or do not contribute to the projects that they're working on. So that goes across the board. Your engineers, your HR people, your sales, customer service, finance, whenever they're on break, they're not working, and if they're not working, they're not producing. So the idea is to make their life as easy as possible so that that energy bar goes down much slower so that they're working more often than not. And these are things you can evaluate when you hire them. As I was saying, these dialogue screens are not all complete yet, because there's a whole lot more information I want to give to you when you go about hiring your employees and making employee decisions or management decisions. And this goes across the board, so not just your entry-level employees, but your middle-level management as well as your high-level management. So just keep that in mind. They have their own AI. They will do things based on that. Okay, so there you have it, everyone. This is Dev Blog number 14. So I want to just say that the game is coming along very nicely. We're on track for mid 2015 release, and there's a lot left to do, a lot of polishing, a lot of content yet to add in. As you can see, there's a lot of placeholder stuff that needs to be completely fleshed out. So stay tuned for more updates, guys. I typically keep the video dev blogs a month apart, but there will be updates in between. So if you want to stay plugged in to the epicenter of all my updates, you definitely want to stay tuned to the website, www.techexecutivetycoon.com. You can also stay tuned to Steam, where I will keep that updated as well. So guys, thank you so much for sticking with me. This has been a fun process, a truly rewarding process, and I can't wait to get the game to you. So thanks, and I'll see you all in the next video.